everyone, I'm Emma and I play the violin.
Wow.
And I'm Miho and I play the violin just like Emma.
I'm Ayane and I play the viola.
I'm Karen and I play the cello.
Wow.
And welcome to Aizuri Kids.
It's time for Aizuri Kids!
Hello, Aizuri Kids friends! So glad to see you here again. On today's episode, we want to introduce you to a very special friend of ours, Andrew Yee. Andrew Yee is an amazing artist from New York City. She's a cellist, a composer, a chef, an activist, and a mother. Looks like Karen and Andrew are having a playdate together. Let's go see what they're up to.
We first met as cello students in the same class, and I'm so happy that we get to play together again today.
Me too. It's been a really, really long time since we've played together, and it's really special.
We're gonna play a piece of music that you love and that you shared with me. Can you tell us about it?
It's one of my favorite pieces that I get to play with my friends. It's a piece written by my really good friend named Caroline Shaw. It's called Limestone Felt. And I think it's really fun because when Caroline wrote it, she knew this as a piece for viola and cello, but maybe all along it was a piece for two cellos. A lot like how my parents thought I was a boy, but turns out that I wasn't. And that's okay, and sometimes parents or your friends might get it wrong, but that's okay.
Yeah, I love how music can help us express all parts of our identities, and learning the music of a composer can teach us so much about them. And as listeners and performers, music can help us learn about ourselves too and about others.
It's really cool. Do you want to go play?
Let's go play.
That was such a beautiful performance of Caroline Shaw's Limestone Felt.
Hi, Emma. Thank you so much.
Andrew, can we take this moment to reintroduce ourselves to everyone watching?
Yeah, of course. My name is Andrew Yee. My pronouns are they or she. I'm a cellist, I'm a composer, I'm a parent, and I like to do all sorts of different things.
Okay, now it's my turn. My name is Emma Frucht, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm a violinist in the Aizuri Quartet, and I grew up in New York City. Andrew, I think this would be a great opportunity for us to talk a bit about gender pronouns, what they are, and why they're so important. Gender pronouns are words that we use to refer to specific people within sentences or conversations, like the words he, she, or they, and we choose these words for ourselves.
There are several different pronouns you can use in sentences. There are feminine ones like she or her. There are masculine ones like he and him. And if you meet somebody who doesn't really feel one way or the other, you can use a pronoun like they or theirs.
Some people prefer not to use pronouns at all and use their name as a pronoun instead.
You may have noticed that when Emma and I introduced ourselves, we both included our pronouns. And doing that not only lets the person you are talking to know what your pronouns are, but also it lets you know what that person's pronouns are too.
When meeting someone new, if they don't immediately share their pronouns with you, it's always better to ask what they prefer rather than make an assumption. If I was meeting Andrew for the first time and wanted to ask them about their pronouns, I would say, "Hi Andrew, great to meet you. What are your pronouns? Mine are she, her."
And it's also important to remember that a person can change their mind about a pronoun. So when you meet someone, they might say, "My pronouns are she, her." But then maybe a few months later, maybe a few weeks later, they might say, "Oh, you know what? I think my pronouns are they, them." And I think that's okay. It's okay to change your mind. Also, you can change your mind back.
Andrew, what should I do if I accidentally use a gender pronoun that someone doesn't identify with? For example, what should I do if I accidentally use the pronoun he when referring to you?
The best thing to do is acknowledge that you made a mistake and move on. Sometimes people who talk about their pronouns a lot really don't want to linger on it in conversation a lot. So just say, "Sorry, I meant she." "Okay, what was I talking about?" "All right, she went to the store."
Thank you. That makes a lot of sense. It's so important to use the correct pronouns for a person because it validates their gender identity and makes them feel safe.
Exactly, and practice makes perfect. I mean, we learn new names like every day. So practicing pronouns is a really great way of being just a kind human being. Hi, I'm Andrew. My pronouns are they and she. And this is Otis, and his pronouns are he and him for now.
Hi, Andrew and Otis. My name is Miho, and I use she and her pronouns.
Thank you.
I'm so excited that we're going to be talking about food today.
Me too. Food is one of my favorite things to talk about.
Yeah, and food can also be a very important part of our identity.
Absolutely. I am half Chinese, and Otis is my son. I'm his mom. He calls me Amma, and so he's 1/4 Chinese. One thing that people have been making for thousands of years is a thing called juk, which is a rice porridge. And in our family, we make it with chicken and ginger and scallions. But if you don't eat meat, you could easily use vegetable stock and mushrooms or any sorts of vegetables. I think it would be really delicious. And we love cooking it together.
I can't wait to see you both cooking together.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's cook.
Yay.
Okay, we have our ingredients. We have 1 cup of white rice. Any kind of white rice that you have on hand is great. Then we have 2 cups of water and 8 cups of chicken broth. Then we have some ginger that we've asked an adult to cut up for us. and some scallions that we'll use later for a garnish. Then we have 5 bone-in skin-on chicken thighs, and we've removed the skin because we're going to make a really great topping later. Then we have some salt and white pepper.
So now we're going to assemble the juk together, okay? This is the 1 cup of rice. Okay, it goes in. And then we're gonna take our chicken broth. If you can help me with that too. Oh, thank you. Thank you for helping. It's something that I cooked for Otis when he was sick last month. And it made him feel better, I think. And it made him feel loved. And it made him feel warm. And I think he enjoyed it. We have the 2 cups of water. We take some ginger. Hello, Ginger Town, says Odie. Why don't we just put it all in because that's what Amma likes. Great. White pepper. If you don't have white pepper, black pepper is okay. Or you can leave it out entirely. Just right in there. A little bit of salt. And then we're gonna put the chicken in. Like this. Here we go. And I'm gonna wash my hands and then we're gonna come back and cook it. Our juk is on the stove.
Cooking on the stove could be dangerous. Always ask your adult partner to do these next parts.
I'm gonna turn our heat on. And I'm gonna wait until this boils. And then we're gonna turn the heat down so that it simmers. Meanwhile, we're gonna make something called a garnish, which is something that you put on top to make it a little bit more delicious. I'm gonna turn the heat on to low. We're gonna use a little bit of vegetable oil to get this going. And we'll take the chicken skins and we'll put them all in the pan while it's cold. And we're gonna cook this very low until it gets crispy. Once this comes to a simmer, we're gonna have it simmer for 1 hour. Boom, 1 hour simmer. But before we take it off the stove, we are going to take the chicken out after 40 minutes. I'm so hungry I could eat some juk. Are you so excited for the juk? So now it's been 40 minutes and our chicken skin is nice and golden brown and crispy. So we're gonna put this on a paper towel. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of salt. Now we're gonna get the chicken that's been really patiently cooking in the juk. And we're gonna let it cool. We're going to shred it into little chicken pieces. I'm gonna touch it with our hands, so it's gonna be too hot right now. You see how steamy it is? It's too hot. So soon it'll cool off and then we can shred it into pieces and then we can eat it. It's gonna be really good. It smells so good. So now the chicken skin is so crispy, we can break it into little pieces and Miho is gonna help shred the chicken into bite-sized pieces. So now our shredded chicken is in here. The rice has broken down. It's nice and creamy. So good. We're gonna plate it up. And we'll garnish it at the table. Okay, so now it's done. And what I love about this dish is that it's not just Chinese. There's so many other different things just like it. It's also called congee. It's not just called juk, but in other cultures it's chicken soup or matzo ball soup or chicken tortilla soup. Oh. So now we're going to take our garnishes. We could do it with our hands because it's family. And we put a little bit of of the crispy chicken skin on top.
Okay.
And we get a little bit of the scallions.
So good.
I'm so happy that you joined me here and
Thank
had
you.
our family's jook.
Thank you so much for sharing this recipe and this dish and your family with us today.
Of course. Let's have dinner, Odie, okay?
Andrew, thank you for sharing so many beautiful things about you. And it was so nice to get to know your family too. Actually, your story reminds me of this beautiful song by Michi Wiancko, where the hero marches proudly through life and finds their own community. Aizuris, maybe we can play it for everyone. Here is Michi Wiancko's Lullaby for the Transient with our good friend clarinet player, Kinan Azmeh.